Director Olivia, Crist, and executive producer Blye Faust for Shiny Happy People. Duggar Family Secrets coming to us on Prime Video in June. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Olivia, let's go ahead and start with you. Did you go back and rewatch all the episodes of 19 and Counting with the new lens?
Definitely making this series. We went back and I've watched, I don't even know how many episodes now, a lot of the Duggar series. And yes, with that new lens, because of all the investigative work that we've done to really reveal what was going on behind the scenes with this cult behind the family called the IBLP.
Like, as far as, I mean, there's much to unpack and unravel, but there's, I think there's a lot to say when women aren't part of the positions of power and women don't have any say so, that you just see kind of what happens to society and what happens to this community. I mean, let's talk a little bit about that aspect first.
Yeah, the Institute in Basic Life Principles, which is the organization and also the ideology behind the Duggars, it is a authoritarian patriarchal system, right? And anytime you have an authoritarian patriarchal system, or frankly, just about any time, I mean, you often find, unfortunately, this kind of this horrific abuse that ends up happening to women, children, and other, just the vulnerable populations. And so, yeah, you had this here with IBLP as well, whether it's, the Catholic Church or IBLP, it's, they're very similar themes that emerge.
Olivia, as far as maybe the fascination with this family at the beginning was, oh my goodness, I can't believe they have 19 kids. How do they manage it? And the fascination with them then, but talk a little bit about maybe the fascination with them at the beginning and how they got to this position of power.
Yeah, I think, the viewers of the show, people watch it, some people, there's a community online that kind of hate watch the show. And then there's a community online that really support the Duggars. So the viewership is kind of split, we found, in that way. But yeah, I think, the Duggars, just speaking of the Duggars on reality TV, there's a fascination of just how can one woman have 19 children? I think that really captivated America. But, I think the questions that we need to ask then is, is she okay, right? Are these women okay in this movement that, that you really have to have as many children as you're capable of having? And that, again, leads back to the ideology of the IBLP.
One of the interesting things that I saw in the series was that they obviously kept everything close to them, that they have a cousin, Amy King, who kind of lived life as a normal American teenager, whatever that may be, and didn't really know all the inner workings of their family, and their cousin. Even though they were so close, they were still so far away. Blye, do you want to chat a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing what you can do if you have absolute and utter control over your family, your community, whatever it may be. And the families were able to keep these secrets, very closely held because they were able to, the fathers were able to instill such absolute authority over their wives and their children. So yeah, I mean, and it just festered and it bred for a long time, not just in the Duggars, but in all these other families. And it really is amazing how the online community has been able to really allow these people to find each other and come together and to ultimately finally share the real truth. But it's taken many, many years.
Olivia, as far as getting the family members to talk and to be able to share their truth, how long of a process was? I mean, were they pretty much like, yes, thank you for giving me this outlet? Or was it kind of a little like, all right, when you're ready, you can go ahead and share it? Was just now the right time to be able to let them share their truth?
Yeah, I think with documentary filmmaking, getting people on board to tell their story, going on camera and telling your story is a very vulnerable position to be in. So, those sorts of things take time and trust and lots of conversations. So, we had folks that were more willing than others to come forward and tell their stories. And then we had some people who were a little bit understandably more hesitant. I think it's really just about building those relationships so people feel comfortable enough to come forward.
Wonderful. Well, thank you both so much for your time today. Shiny Happy People, Duggar Family Secrets, coming to us on Prime Video in June.
Thanks for having us.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.